Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela.
from RNA Music. Ooh,
Oh, you got it.
got beard in the way.
Yeah. Right over.
Actually,
Ooh,
see that?
snazzy.
Fancy, old school RNA Music.
Yeah, yeah.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
Back in the day.
I know, it's old school. I can wear it again now.
I'm proud of you.
Your favorite mom and pop guitar shop and music lesson studio, deep in the heart of Texas, which is where we are. It's time for another Ask RNA. You won't be confused about who we are this time.
Yeah, come on, you guys.
Facts. All right, let's get to it. All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's time to answer some questions.
There's a little pause there.
I'm thinking as I'm speaking. Sometimes I just speak and don't think, and it just rolls. And when I think first, it's like
You do. You're a good thinker, speaker first, or thinker first, or speaker. I don't know the words. I'm all
it's been a long day already for us.
Yeah,
long
it
couple of
has.
days. Anyways, we might not be all there today.
We'll try, though.
We'll do our best for you because we care. All right, we own a little music shop here in small town Canton, Texas, and
Yep.
we teach lessons to beginners and intermediates of all ages. And of course, we have a YouTube channel as you see us right now on YouTube. And once a week, usually, we like to shoot a video where Angela and I answer questions from people all over the world, which is you guys and girls in circles. And yeah, it's time for another one of those. If you're new here, consider subscribing because I think you'll be entertained. Hit the subscribe button. If you're an old timer, make sure you hit the little bell so you get notified every time we put up a video of some kind. And if you're interested in some swaggity swag, support small business, RNA t-shirts, we got a link in our description to a Teespring store where you can buy merchandise.
All the merchandise.
You can't get this shirt. This is a Dickies custom one-off.
You always wear those. You're
I do.
Buy our merchandise. Except
Buy
for
our
this.
stuff except for
You
what I'm
can't have
wearing.
this.
Can't have this.
I do
Can't
that.
have this.
I actually do that too, so I apologize.
Makes people want it more if you say you can't have it. They're like, I want it more now.
But I need
How
it.
do we make this happen? I need it. I don't know how to do this cost effectively. Like Dickies, this is like a Dickies work shirt, or not cheap to begin
No,
with,
they're
and then
not.
to have screen printing done on them or embroidery. I have another one that's
It
too
has to be
big
like
for me.
$50.
Yeah,
Or
and
more.
I don't know. People were like, that's not a big deal, but for me, I'm like, man, $50 for a Dickies shirt. I don't know about that.
As a lot.
I mean, I gotta really like Metallica to buy a Metallica Dickies shirt. I still don't own a Metallica Dickies shirt. I wonder if they have them. They probably do. Or a Black Label Society. They got like their own barbecue sauce and erasers and
No, we need to do that. We need
Aglets.
to come up with some gitchy kitschy.
Black Label will be merchandising like crazy. All right. And anyways, it's time for us to answer questions. I think we've covered what we are, who we do.
Yeah.
What we are, who we do. What we
Moving
do,
on.
who we are. First question. Frankie Chan, hashtag Six Flags. Hi, Ryan and Angela, or Angela and Ryan. See, I can't even read in the right order today. Jumping in after your headset versus Zach Wild passive shootout, have you ever tried the 18-volt mod for any of your active pickup equipped guitars? I've heard it gives a bit more headroom and makes the active sound more natural, but retaining the benefits of the active preamp circuit. Yes. All right. Thank you for the question, Frankie.
Yeah.
Kind of ties in. This is going to be the EMG episode of Ask RNA.
So excited.
Probably.
Got some rumbles and the tumbles.
Some rumblies in my tumblies.
You know.
Big Texas trucks outside.
Every time you hear a Texas truck, you should make us what you're big Texas.
We're going to have a drinking game. Every time you hear police sirens or a big old Texas muffler truck drive by, take a drink of your favorite
Soda. Every time.
Diet Dr. Pepper or orange juice
Yes. Depending on where you're at and when you're watching this.
or tea,
Coffee.
coffee, whatever.
Mimosa.
Mimosas. Ornamental turtles. All right, so I have actually not ever done that, Frankie. I've thought about it. It's a common thing that people will do to kind of mod their EMG equipped guitars. Normally, you run your EMG pickups off of a 9-volt battery.
Yeah.
So they have a mod, some wiring that you can go in and use two 9 volts, making it 18 volts.
Yeah.
Math genius. You're powering the pickups with 18 volts instead of 9 volts, and so you get more out of them. So
Right.
I have not actually ever done that, Frankie, but since I have a multitude of EMG equipped guitars, I was actually thinking about it a couple weeks ago. I'm like, that's something I've never done. I should try that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why not?
I'm an EMG dealer, so getting the stuff from EMG is pretty easy. I was about to say super easy, barely any inconvenience.
But not really.
But kind of with shutdowns and things, sometimes getting stuff has actually been kind of difficult.
Yeah.
I have never tried that, Frankie. I want to. I probably will. When I do, I'll make a video and share it with you guys. If any of you guys or ladies have done the 18 volt EMG mod, let us know down below in the comments and tell us what you thought about it. Was it worth it? Would you do it again? Would you do it to all your EMG guitars or just some of your EMG guitars? Or
Yeah.
what would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
Whatever you recommended.
Sure. All right. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for the question, Frankie. I have not done it. I'm looking forward to trying it. I need to do that. All right. Next question. Jim Grew. Hashtag Six Flags. Hashtag KTMA. Hashtag Chili. Oh, man.
This is going to be fun.
It's not going to be fun.
Keep going. It's not that loud.
Hashtag Jim Grew. I love you guys. I had to make some breakfast chili no beans. Do you have a favorite chili recipe? Maybe a cooking segment would be great. All right.
Yeah. He said joking.
JK.
Yeah.
He's not JK.
He wants
And
it.
actually, if you go back about 8 years on the channel, there are some grilling adventure videos
Yes, there are.
of me grilling steaks. Like, I just thought, this would be kind of a fun, kitschy thing. Like, hey, guitar, grill a steak. Guitar,
Grill something.
amp, drums, grill some steaks. That's like some kind of random video in the midst of guitar stuff.
Yeah.
I had fun. Steaks were great. But,
They were.
the
Thank
cooking
you.
segment, it's been about 8 years since we've done one of
Steak
those.
sounds good.
Steak does sound good. Dang it, Jim. Do you have a favorite chili recipe,
Yes.
Miss Angela?
Yes. And I'm supposed to tell you what that recipe is?
Yes.
Your recipe?
No, you.
Oh, what's
I said,
mine?
do you have a favorite recipe, Angela?
Oh,
Yes,
thought
I
you-
do.
Yeah, I thought you were like, yes, you do have a favorite recipe. Yes, you do. I don't have a favorite chili recipe because it's not my thing. I'm more of like a chicken tortilla soup type person. And I
True.
do have a great chicken tortilla soup recipe. It's mostly just throwing a bunch of stuff into
Chicken,
a crock pot.
tortillas. and
No,
it's
no
good.
tortillas. Well, I don't use
Called
tortillas.
chicken tortilla soup?
I know, because what they will do is what like mom and Michelle will do this. They'll get their tortillas and they'll cut them into strips and then fry them. So it's almost like a chicken and dumpling soup, and then they toss them in there, and so you have this noodle, but it's tortilla
Noodle.
in there. I don't like doing that. So I just put chicken, like about 4 or 5, because our crock pot is like huge. It's a big
It's
crock
a
pot.
compression cooker. You talking
No,
about the crock pot? Or?
no crock pot.
Okay.
My favorite is in the crock pot. I do the Instapot, but it doesn't make as much as the crock pot does. So I do like about 4 or 5 chicken breasts, and then I'll do about a container of chicken broth and about 3 to 4 cups of water, and then I'll add 2 cups of black beans rinsed and 2 cups of corn rinsed, 1 cup of Rotel, and 2 packages of taco seasoning. And so I dump
Mild or regular?
Either one, because Ryan doesn't eat it, and neither does Aiden. So it depends on how I'm feeling, because
How spicy you want it.
How spicy I want it. So I'll just dump all of that uncooked chicken, everything inside the crock pot on high for like 2 to 3 hours. Usually I'll put it on before I come up here. So by the time I'm done up here and then go home, it's all cooked, and I just shred up the chicken, add sour cream, some cheese on top. Yeah, but it's chicken taco soup more than it is tortilla soup.
tortillas in it?
No tortillas.
It's just spicy chicken soup.
Yeah, it's like a taco in a soup form. But everybody calls it whenever I make it. They were like, "Oh, it's chicken tortilla soup," but I'm like, "But it's no tortillas."
No tortillas.
No tortillas.
Minus the tortillas. Hold the tortilla.
Because a lot of people do. They'll just either flour or corn. They'll just cut it into small strips and then just drop it in there, and then you eat it almost like a noodle inside of there. And at the very last minute, you put that in because then it'll just break apart and it'll just be goopy and gross. But that is my chili.
Yeah.
What's yours?
I don't know. What is it? Oh, do you like beans? No beans.
Beans.
Okay.
Obviously, I had 2 cans of beans in my.
True.
My.
I
love.
I'm
beans.
super basic. Super basic. I just
Really?
buy it. Yeah. Did you not know that? I've had you fooled for all these
I know.
decades.
I thought you were so high maintenance.
For all these decades.
Uh-huh.
I just buy I think it's the 4-alarm chili kit. They have it at the grocery store.
I think it's 2 alarm.
2-alarm? That's 2 or 2. They have it at 4-alarm.
Yeah, they do have, but I usually get the big number 2 on the side.
I forget who makes it, or if it's like a Texas thing, or
Yeah, it's just that pre-packaged.
it's got
has all
paprika
the ingredients.
and your red pepper. It's got all the seasonings.
It's like chili, like a chili pack that's divided all the seasonings out into individuals. So if you don't like a certain flavor, you can just
It's got a little
omit
packet of masa. It's got a big packet of chili powder. It's got, and so I just buy that. Brown up some hamburger meat, tomato sauce, throw all those seasonings in there, stir it, let it simmer, and it's easy peasy. Like good to go.
Yes, and it turns into like this hamburger chili paste, almost like a sloppy Joe.
It's just, it actually
It's
really
like
is.
a taco, like a chili sloppy Joe.
It's a lot of meat.
It is a lot. It's just this concoction.
It's chili flavored
paste.
meat.
But it's very.
It's taco meat that tastes like chili. It's just taco meat. Chili taco meat.
That's all
no
it is.
Cheese
No nothing else in it. And he'll have saltine crackers with it, which is insane to me. Oh my gosh, it's like salt, sodium. Like
sodium's good for you. You need sodium.
The roof. Not
if you
that
had
much
no sodium in your body, you would die.
Yes, because you need to replicate water in your body.
If you literally drank too much water and lost all your sodium, you would die.
That's why. Yeah, that's why you get. I got a scratch.
That's why when I eat that much sodium, I drink a lot of leche.
I just can't. I get indigestion just thinking about it. Now my mom makes great chili where she does the stewed tomatoes, like a couple of cans of that. And then she adds just all her different taco seasoning like that. Like she adds it, eyeballs it, tastes it, asks my dad to taste it. And then hamburger meat, kidney beans, pinto beans.
See, I don't like chunks of anything.
And so it has like chunks of tomato, chunks of chili, chunks of hamburger meat. And it's really good. My mom makes really good chili.
I like the simple life better. That's how I like it. If I'm real adventurous, we'll put extra chili pepper, make it like 5-alarm. But I'm rarely that adventurous anymore.
Yeah, like maybe once every 5 years.
Yeah, not anymore.
You'll do that.
As I've matured in my age, sometimes
I've omitted the salt
like
out of it when I've made it a couple of times because that's just. I mean, all the seasonings have their own natural salt, and so does the hamburger meat, and so does the tomato paste and sauce, and so.
Yeah, I've never fiddled around with I'm gonna make my own combination of these spices. This needs a little more paprika. And this needs a little bit less. Whatever. I'm just. I mean, there's all the ingredients. It's not rocket science. You just put flavors. But I'm like, this is fine. This is good.
Yeah.
I just want to eat it. I don't want to spend forever, making it. But, anyways, that's our chili. And
have we made y'all hungry?
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is that you're watching this,
hungry
but I'm actually wanting. I actually said that I was going to because I last time I made chicken soup, taco soup. I ate a bowl of it, and of course Nicholas ate a bowl of it, and I think Aiden ate a bowl of it. He was actually, this is actually pretty good. And then I spooned the rest of them in small, about a cup and a half worth of container, and put lids on them and put them in the freezer. And I'm down to just 4 containers. I had like 9 containers worth of it, and so now I'm running a little low. So it's time to make some more and
You should make some more. Now I kind of want some chili.
redo.
But I would probably do turkey chili, like ground turkey meat chili instead of the beef. Because you can eat more.
It would be good. Yeah.
Probably would be good. with all the seasonings in it, you can't. Is it turkey? Is it meat? I don't know. It's a lot of seasonings.
I think it'll taste just fine.
All right, 15 minutes on the first 2 questions. So let's continue on because we got to get
Rock
the next,
and roll.
we got to do the next ones in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Hashtag. Next question. Random hero. Hashtag Six Flags. So that flannel shirt is legit that I was wearing last week. What do y'all want for Christmas? Gear or no gear?
No gear. What did I say? Oh, I wanted a trip away for Christmas.
I wanted a trip. A trip.
I wanted to go somewhere for Christmas. Like leave.
Just the two of us.
Far away. That's what I want for Christmas.
Yeah. I always want gear. But usually, see, the problem is my birthday. I have a birthday coming up in a few days. And so my birthday being closer to Christmas, I end up getting gear kind of for the birthday. And so therefore, Christmas has less gear, or they're combined, but I get them. And in this case, I got this for my birthday. And I guess Christmas, I don't know. So I don't know. I want gear, but I don't always get gear.
I forgot you got that for your birthday this year.
Well, now you know. You don't have to buy me anything for my birthday.
That's exciting. That's a
can buy
lot
me-
less stress. Now I can buy you silly stuff.
You can buy me nothing. Except cake and Jerry's Pizza. Other than cake and Jerry's Pizza, all I want is Nerf guns.
All I want is Nerf guns.
All I want is more guitars.
Yeah.
But that's not in the budget. So I always want gear, but don't usually end up with gear. It's usually, most of the time we try to get stuff for our kids or our nieces and nephews. And then really for Christmas, we don't tend to buy each other anything. I don't remember the last time. Well, I buy you stuff, but it's like stupid stuff.
Yeah, we buy each other like socks and like fun T-shirts or something fun or funny. But like
or
here,
candy
like
with stockings
last
or
year, I wanted just us to take a picture together, and we took a group picture in front of, was that last year or the year before last?
I don't remember.
When we all were dressed up in our Star Wars costumes, and you were Thor and Aiden. Like we all dressed up. It was so funny. You should insert that. So, yeah, we usually don't do anything really elaborate because, like he said, his birthday is in December. And then we have our nephews, the twins, are a couple days after Christmas. And it just seems like everything. And then we start preparing for the boys' birthdays in March and April. So it's, we don't really. Past couple of years, we're like, I'm good. Just do stockings maybe for us.
Yeah. We haven't gone over it. As the years go by, we get less and less elaborate with the Christmas stuff. Because it's not really about the stuff. The stuff doesn't really matter. And throughout the year, if we want something, we'll just buy something throughout the year. Thanks for the question, though, Random Hero. Gear is always great, though. Can't go wrong. All right, next question. Michael Flizram. Ryan, what do you think of the Epiphone Korina Explorer? Hashtag Six Flags. Hashtag Rolando. Hashtag H-Town Barbecue. I haven't really played. I don't think I've played any Epiphone Explorers. It's been a really long time since I have. I'm trying to think the last time I played one. I've never been super impressed with the Epiphone Explorers a whole lot. The last one that caught my attention was the Thunder Horse.
Oh.
Death Clock.
Add that S, please.
Yeah, Thunder Horse. Thunder. I think you mean add the R.
Make sure you add.
I like the way that one looked a lot, but we have two Epiphone Les Pauls like right now. Angela has one, I have one. I owned one back in the day, like a long time ago, that I have no idea what happened to it. I don't know where it went. So I like the Epiphone Les Pauls. I think they're all right. Never really found an Explorer one that I was like, ooh, I kind of want that. Probably because I already have, a Gibson Explorer, and I think it's great. The last kind of odd one that I played that I thought, that's really neat, is my man Adam Lamar, hashtag beard, hashtag no beard, has the Brent Hines Flying V, like Silver Burst. Got pictures or videos somewhere. He's brought it up here before to play it on. I'm like, that's stinking cool because it's like a Silver Burst.
Yeah, I remember that.
Flying V, but it'd be like a custom shop V with block inlays and like that's pretty rad. Even though it says Epiphone on it, I kind of want that because you couldn't buy the Gibson equivalent of that would be like $6,000-$7,000.
Right.
But I didn't really care so much that it was an Epiphone. So like I would play the Epiphone V, but I don't know why the Epiphone Explorers just don't appeal to me for some reason. So that's what I think about that. What do you guys think? Talk amongst yourselves. Thanks for the question, man. Next question. Fat Philosopher, since you did passives last week, who makes your favorite active pickups? That's pretty easy.
I know who that is.
Who is it?
I do.
Stupid Texas trucks. Who makes my favorite?
EMG.
Oh, what? Who said?
You say.
Who said that?
All the time.
All the time. Thumbnail opportunity. Right there. This is an EMG.
Did I hold that too long?
So, back in the day, decades or so ago, when I worked at the Evil Empire guitar store, the other guys in the store used to make fun of me because I would like sell a lot of EMGs. People come in like, "Hey, I'm looking for a new pickup for my guitar. I kind of want to play like this." I'm like, "You need some EMGs."
And they're like, oh, guys.
Okay. So I would sell them like the 81, 85 or whatever. First of all, they were a good seller, you know. But
and why not?
Yeah. And so it became a joke. They're like, "Hey Ryan, what kind of pickups you put there?" EMGs. You'd be fine. It'd be great. They'll bring in an acoustic guitar. I need a pickup for this acoustic. I'm like, EMGs? Let's put some EMGs in there. EMG actually does make acoustic guitar pickups, but just throw an 81, 85 in that acoustic, you'll be good to go.
All good. In the hood.
So, you know, being, of course, growing up a big Metallica fan, big Zakk Wylde fan, you know, all that stuff. EMG. Yeah. And since I was already a big fan of their stuff. I mean, for years and years. And then when we finally opened the store, I was like, you know, it'd be cool. I was always talking about them and taking pictures and doing videos
EMGs.
with my guitars. And it's like, we didn't ever sell them because I don't know why I never did sign up to sell them. But I was always pimping them in like Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. And one time EMG shared a picture, one of our pictures on Instagram. They're like, "Hey, check out our dealer in Texas, RNA Music, blah, blah, blah." So I messaged them. I'm like, "Hey, I'm not actually a dealer." And they're like, "What? Why not? You're always talking about our stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but it's great." And they're like, "All right, you should be a dealer." I'm like, "Okay, let's talk. What's the contract? What's the dealio?" And you know, and they've been very good to us as a small mom and pop shop. Like, we are not freaking Sweetwater or any giant place or whatever.
Not even close.
No, and just that's actually the big thing is like, of course I like the pickups. I know they're not for everybody. A lot of people don't like active pickups of any kind, and some only like certain brands and all that sort of stuff. But I already like them.
Right.
And then from a business standpoint, they've been really good to us and super amazing to work with.
Right.
So that is like, other companies have not been amazing to work with. We've worked with companies who are good. Right. We've worked with some that are not good. Yeah. And EMG is definitely on the list of amazing to work with. So not just the product, but the people behind the product. We've said that for a long time now.
Many times.
And like, so that's why all these guitars are up here, because all these guitars have EMGs behind my head. That one has EMGs. We've got a couple of others that have EMGs, you know. I have some that don't have EMGs. So maybe 3 or 4, 5 guitars without EMGs. Maybe 2 guitars without EMGs. But yeah, big fan. I think they sound good. And they've been amazing to work with. So
yeah. That's always a plus.
Yeah, that's a big O plus. So we like EMG. They're amazing. All All right, thank you for the question, Fat Philosopher. Next question, Jonesy B.
Oh, your face
Oh.
has been bugging me.
Is it a beard hair? What is it? Is it a bug?
No. It's like plastic or something. It's like shiny. Paint, maybe? What weird. I was like...
I've got shrapnel in my beard. Shrapnel. Plastique shrapnel.
There you go.
What was I doing earlier?
I don't know what you were doing, but you got stuff on you.
I must have been working on something. Got stuck in my beard. Next question. Jonesy B. Hashtag Six Flags. Longtime viewer. Love the videos. Awesome. Thank you. With all of us at home, for the time being, I've been watching more and more live videos of my favorite bands, usually outdoor venues with sometimes great weather, sometimes not so great weather. My question is, do touring musicians keep a similar looking set of B gear?
Weren't you going to drink out the big mug?
In the tour van for when the weather turns sour on them. I'm really curious about those music festival and state fair touring acts. That seems like a lot of humidity changes on instruments between storage time, stage time and storage.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
That's a good question.
that's a great question. This would be a good one for, Fluff, who we talked about last week. Yeah, I mean, he has done tours. We did a, well, actually, one of our most viewed videos in the last year or two. I went backstage with Ryan Bruce and his band Rest Repose. Now they have a new band, Dragged Under, but on the Rest Repose tour, they crossed the country, touring and gigging, and we did a rig. We did a rig review. Can't say the other words, or they'll sue you for saying the other thing.
That's dumb.
It is dumb. What are you gonna? And you can go see those. You can see what he took on stage, and he had a couple of guitars. I think he had maybe 3 guitars with him. The thing that sticks out as I was reading this question was, I was gonna say friends, but more like friendly acquaintances with Fred Kowalo, who was Zakk Wylde's guitar tech, and he was the tech for Megadeth for a long time. And that's what he does, right? And so we were kind of friendly. And when Megadeth would come through like Dallas, he'd be like, dude, you coming to the show? I'm like, yeah, you got a ticket. And he's like, dude, come here. And he would like upgrade me. He gave me like VIP backstage passes and stuff. So there's a couple of times I got to see Megadeth. Went backstage, talked to Fred, and like showed me all the gear, like showed me all their stuff. It was like super awesome. This was when Chris Broderick was lead guitar player. And Chris had like 2 guitars. Like he had a main guitar that he played almost the entire set, and then he had one backup in case you break a string, something goes down. And I'm thinking, this is freaking Megadeth, like pretty big. That's a big Texas truck. Dang it.
Yeah.
Drinking games with RNA music. Pretty big band, right? Lots of money, ticket prices. I mean, big venues.
Yep.
Friggin' Chris Broderick, man, 2 guitars. And you dropped your lid there.
I did.
The lid. It's fine. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Chris only had like 2 guitars. And then I like to watch the same kind of rig behind the scenes stuff. Like, oh, here's Metallica's touring stuff, and here's this band's touring stuff, and you go and you see all their guitars. Here's Zakk Wylde's, and he's got all these guitars. And like, some bands take a lot. Some. I tell you what, I think there's just more vehicles today just because we're filming than there was last time.
And it's Friday.
It is Friday.
I mean, it's 3:50. It's all the high
Friday.
school kids getting out.
It's what it is. All the young bucks.
Their high school is like right back there.
Yeah.
High school Ryan graduated from.
I did graduate from high
Right
school
back
there.
there.
I don't think my truck was that loud when I was in high school. Back in the 70s. Some people do have a lot of backup gear. Some people don't.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty crazy that, and Chris is playing a lot of notes. Like he's all the rhythm parts, of course. But then also all the lead guitar stuff. And like one guitar the whole show. But he did have a backup in case things go down. So
Right.
some bands have a lot, some don't. It just depends on the band and
Right.
the artist and what they want to take. Where Dave Mustaine had several guitars. Like he changed guitars quite often. Chris didn't. So I thought that was interesting. And
That is interesting.
That backstage
I always would think
experience.
that too, like with how much usage with the necks of the
Keep going.
the neck of the guitar with the strings and like the oils of their fingers and how much they sweat, that they would have to change stuff out quite frequently.
They change strings like every show. Like every show.
Well, yeah,
new
I
strings.
can imagine so.
Every show, new strings, new drum heads, all fresh stuff for the show. But when they get to the venue, I mean,
from the south.
Yeah, but when they get to the venue, they unload the gear off the bus and the trailers and stuff, and then they load into the place, and it's like in Texas, it's freaking hot. Like it's 100 degrees when I saw Megadeth in July. Like, do not come play Texas in July. That's just stupid. But but the gear's outside.
Mexico,
I mean, the gear's outside for hours, hours before the show starts. So it's sitting there acclimating, and they all have techs. Like that was Fred's job. It's kind of like, all right, adjust the truss rod, adjust stuff.
Yeah.
Sure, it's going to shift through these changes, but that's why guitars are adjustable. That's why you can adjust the neck, adjust the string height. You can tweak it. So that's why those guys have techs. So that's cool. No matter where they're playing, when they get on stage to play, their guitar is consistent from night to night. Generally, generally speaking. So that's my story on that.
That was another one.
There's another. Okay, we can't drink every single time. We're gonna be not.
My tummy's gonna be upset.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Because normally
coffee.
I take my drink slow. I just get a swig and then I put the lid on it and then I put it back in the fridge. And like 3 days, I'll drink on that 120 ounce drink. Right.
Yes. You guys can keep drinking though. All right, next question. Just Fun Guitar. Hey RNA. Hashtag KTMA. Hashtag Six Flags. I subbed and thumbed up Kay's vid. I would like to see you guys do a fashion modeling video where you and the boys show off some of your swag and designs with cool homemade soundtrack and have some of your guitars, etc. as props.
That's fun.
We're talking about showing off our swaggity swag. Well, the problem is I got all these sort of semi-custom shirts that I wear.
Yeah.
That you can't actually get.
Yeah. We need to just go ahead and have some made that are similar to what is on, like have them made here. Because we can't,
we can order from Teespring.
Oh, yeah,
we can order them for ourselves.
Get that. I saw that the other day.
Yeah.
Well, we should just get ourselves just so we can show people.
Yeah, we should wear our own merchandise. Truck. Anyways, it's the real question is, new question. What was the ruckus with the sirens out there in Canton and how many police do you have there? Sounds like a lot for such a small town. Here in my town, we have about 11,000 people and only 3 volunteer police who work out in the week, and on weekends we get 2 real cops from another town that help out. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's crazy.
That's crazy. Oh no, we have quite a few police officers here in our
Now,
town.
as far as what was happening last week when the sirens was woo woo, I don't remember exactly. There was
a wreck.
There's wrecks, and there was somebody who was walking who was struck by a car. I don't think it was that. That was not that
downtown.
night. No, it was
that
down
wasn't.
198. I thought it was 198.
Oh,
I don't know if that's what that was. I don't
Might
think
have
it was. I think this was an actual wreck. It's usually car wrecks, car collisions.
yeah.
I never did hear. A lot of times on Facebook, be like, does somebody know what's going on down? There's a bad wreck on Highway 64.
Yeah.
Past mile marker 7.
A lot of times, like right here on our side street is a major highway. Well, it's like a state highway.
Yeah, it's a 2-lane highway, but it's a very
state
active
highway.
one. Yeah.
So it's a state highway, and right by our shop, it's about 45 miles per hour. I don't know what that is in kilometers, but it's
because we use real measurements.
So it's about 45 miles per hour, like right by here, like right there. They're going 45 miles per hour, and then by the time they get a half a mile, maybe it's 60 miles per hour, and then go about another. Does it get to 70 on this?
I don't think
for like
it
a
does.
small piece, doesn't it get to like
I think it's
70?
60. I don't know.
It's 65 for the most part.
just
Now
drive.
over here on this highway, past the schools, once you get past the schools, it goes from 55 to 7. It jumps from 55 miles per hour to 70 within a quarter of a mile.
Yeah.
So you do have quite a bit of fast traffic, and then combined that there are it's 2 lanes, one going one way, one going the other, and going the other way. And we have this road has really sharp turns. So there's a lot of sharp turn signs, the big arrow signs that tells you. We have about 3 bends on this road that have sharp turn signs. And so there's quite a bit of, and then dogs, and we have deer, and we have
cows and horses
and hogs.
Wild hogs.
Wild hogs will cross the street.
Like wild hogs.
Coyotes will cross the street.
Wild hogs the size of a small car.
Yeah, like easily the size that would.
Motorcycle.
No, there's that one that we remember when we were driving a while back to Martinsville. We're like, someone dumped a couch, and it wasn't a couch. It was a hog, a dead hog on the side of the road.
A large
that was
couch.
the size of a love seat.
Yeah, pretty big.
It was huge.
Wild
hog, not some
somebody's
farmer's
hog that got out.
This is
like raccoons.
Raisin. Yeah, they are like raccoons. And then you do have raccoons, and you have possums, and you have armadillo, and
I love how we segued into an animal comment for
on his
Just
post.
Fun Guitar.
So it does. So we have a lot of that, and you'll see like many deer being hit, many dogs,
sometimes cows.
So. Because they break through the fencing barbed wire, and they'll go through and
can't fence me.
And sometimes it's because a storm knocked down part of the fence, and they're just walking, and they're just dumb, so they just keep on going. But anyways, that's why. Yeah. And yes, we do have quite a few police officers, but we also have state highway patrolmen, and we have county
sheriffs.
We have sheriff department.
We deputies.
Have city police, and we also have state highway patrol.
Yeah.
So any number of those people could be flying by.
But Canton, so his town's 11,000 people. Our Canton is 3,500 people. 3,500 people.
And we have
in the city limits of Canton.
4 times.
And just like Canton City Police, we had 6 or 7? 5 or 6. There's more than 3.
Oh gosh, there's more than 3. There's probably 10. I would say 10 actual police officers. From the courthouse meeting at the thing, the actual police officers.
Oh, yeah,
there was about 10.
Yeah.
At least.
So we got about 10.
And then you had the sheriff's department, which had a whole different uniform on.
Yes. City police, about 10 cops for Canton. And then, of course, the sheriff's department covers the entire county that we live in.
And we have about 5 or 6.
There's about, 5 or 6 sheriff's deputies.
One sheriff, and then 4 sheriff deputies, 4 or 5 sheriff deputies.
Yeah. Now, our county has about 65,000, 55, 60,000-ish people in our county.
Mm-hmm.
But then we also have constables. Mm-hmm. Constables. I don't know if they can actually do anything. Game wardens. That's who you don't want to mess with. Game wardens can F you up, and they outrank
like everybody other than a U.S. Marshal.
Yeah, or a Texas Ranger.
I think Texas Ranger and them are either about or they're because they're whatever animals, they can team up with each other.
Yeah.
Where Texas Rangers can't. They're just Texas.
Yeah. What's your jurisdiction? Texas.
So
I have authority over the entire state of Texas.
Yeah, that's what our youngest, he wants to be a
game warden.
A game warden, which is cool.
Yeah, I would rather him be a game warden than.
It was so cute because he didn't think that it was like high up, and he was like, "And when I'm going to do that for a few years, maybe until I'm like in my 30s, and then I'm going to be a police officer like in the town." I'm like, it was like, because I want to get promoted. I'm like, that's not a promotion.
That's not how that works. Son.
That's not how it works, baby.
That's
demotion. It's good. I said, but you're restricting your authority by becoming a city police officer because that's just it. That's city limits. Yeah. I mean, they could help out with other things because they're law enforcement, but game warden has, or a park ranger even.
There's a lot. A lot more college, a lot more education and training goes into the game warden thing than like city police. Mm-hmm. Which is,
And then through 4-H, we found out that there's also like another branch of game wardens that
Mhm.
are for like retired police officers and most of retired police officers, and you have like the whole nation. It's like the whole nation. They're like a secret service almost for poachers and yeah. One of the boys did a paper on it, and we're sitting there like, why haven't we heard of this?
I like to hunt. What do you hunt? I like
Because
to hunt
wranglers are
poachers.
still like cow rustlers and stuff are still around, because you have cows on the back 40 or the back 1,000 acre,
ranch,
and they'll drive up with their trucks,
steal
haul
some
them
cows,
in, and go through the fence and go.
Yeah, you got some rustlers. Go get my AR-15.
And a lot of them are ex-military and ex-game wardens. They're retired game wardens, and they'll take on that job.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
Because they crave adventure.
Why not?
Why wouldn't you? Thanks for the question. Just found guitar. And now y'all know. And knowing's half the battle. The other half is extreme violence.
This is true.
Final question. Sean Adams, #6Flags. Loved the intro and the outro. Question. Which celebrity intro and outro of last week?
Yes, we were being cute.
We were having funsies.
Mm-hmm.
Which celebrity of any type would you like to join you for an Ask RNA video?
Ooh.
Many are at home and bored, just waiting for an invite. I'm sure they are.
Yes.
Waiting for an invite to Ask RNA because they're bored.
I'm going to answer for you, and you answer for me this time.
That's not fair.
Yes.
I don't know you very well.
Pay attention more often.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna answer for you. So which celebrity would you want? I'm gonna give you a couple of 3 answers.
No, you only get one
I'm
shot.
gonna give
You only get one
because
chance
there's
to
too
get the
many
correct,
broad actors and
correct answer.
and celebrities
There's
out
only
there.
one correct.
Number 1, top dog, James Hetfield. Of course, he would have him sitting right next to him. Ryan be like, move Angela, and I would sit right here. And then he, before you know it, he'd have my clothes on and my ring on, and they'd have wedding pictures.
Nice work, dude. You've been high-fived by God. There's nothing left to do in life now. Don't wash it. Don't wash it. Never wash that hand. Never again. Never wash it again. You are permanently banned from washing that hand.
So
Correct answer. You know me so well.
yes, and then I would say somebody like maybe in the Star Wars universe, maybe. That's what I said. Maybe. Maybe the actor who played Boba Fett, or because that would be cool.
He's super old.
I know, but it'd be cool.
Which Boba Fett? New Boba Fett or old Boba Fett? Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett or current?
Empire.
He's 75 years old.
So, but wouldn't it
would
be
be
cool to ask him questions though?
He'd be so how'd you feel about the 3 lines they gave you? and then you went out like a chump.
Right.
The coolest freaking character next to Darth Vader, and you went out like a chump.
Yes.
How did that make you feel inside?
Him, I would say, would be that'd be kind of cool. And Chris Hemsworth.
Strongest Avenger.
I think Ryan and Chris Hemsworth, it would be hilarious together. It would be so stinking hilarious.
Yeah, probably would.
Yeah, because he's funny.
Yeah.
He loves to be dumb and funny because
He
he's such
likes
a kid.
comedy.
He loves I know. You'd probably punch him in the face.
I probably would punch him in the face with my own Thor hammer.
Have Nicholas hold him down, and then you punch him in the face with the Thor.
Don't Jack Black my Thor, Chris.
You are not Jack Black.
Yeah, you are not.
Okay.
And Ghostbusters wasn't that funny.
He was actually pretty stinking funny in that movie.
He was pretty funny.
That cracked me up, actually.
That was fine, but I don't want Ghostbusters Chris Hemsworth
he's just pretty.
in Thor.
He's just here to be pretty. I'm going to have to go home and watch that. That was a funny one. I liked that. Anyways, so.
All right, so celebrity you would want to have on Ask RNA.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1. Unequivocally.
Yes.
Equivocally.
Mm-hmm.
James Hetfield is your number 1.
Yes.
Followed closely by I don't really know, but I had a couple of thoughts.
Think of
I'm
all
give you
the shows that I've been obsessed with over the years.
I just thought music. I just thought music.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That makes me. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna say my first.
Okay,
thought,
I'm like, because I'm pretty obsessed with a few specific shows.
That's right. TV shows. I immediately thought music.
Oh, okay. So tell me what you thought music-wise.
The first one I thought was
James is not one of them.
James Hetfield's not on your top 3.
Or
Dimebag Daryl. Philip Anselmo from Pandera.
Yes, exactly.
No, my first thought was Adele.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
Like if you could sit next to
100%.
Adele and answer questions.
We would have so much fun.
Yeah, you would like that.
Because she's hilarious.
The next one was Natalie Grant.
Oh gosh, yes.
It's like Natalie Grant.
Yeah.
You would be like.
I would.
You'd be geeking out. And those were the two that I could think of. Just like immediately I was like,
Yeah.
This too. But now that you mentioned, because it is celebrity, it could be actors, could be comedians.
That
could be
opens
anybody.
the broad stroke of people.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. No. No.
Maybe.
I was going to say David Tennant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth. No,
nobody from the Marvel universe.
I was going to say Mark Ruffalo.
No. If he was Hulk, yeah. But not as Mark Ruffalo.
What's her name from the old... Who's in Harry Potter? The old lady.
Emma Thompson? Oh, Maggie Smith? Like the old lady from... What do you say? What?
The old lady.
From?
Harry Potter.
Maggie Smith.
I don't know her name.
Yes.
She's in that other thing.
Downton Abbey.
Yeah. I just know what she looks like. I don't know her name.
Yes, it's Maggie Smith.
She's like the queen. It's like interviewing the queen. Or something.
She is. Oh, it would be lovely to interview her. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah. See? I pay attention, kind of. I don't know her name. Ewan McGregor.
No. I'm not a Star Wars fanatic as much as y'all are. I really am not. But I am a...
Star Trek.
Uh-huh.
Gene Roddenberry is dead.
That would be cool, though.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Patrick Stewart,
yeah.
Because he's been across, like, all the universes, basically, other than Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, is that...
That's good.
Some of those... that's not accurate. What are your actual top 3?
I mean, you hit like a couple of them. Definitely the singers. That would be awesome. If I could bring Whitney Houston back, I would totally do that.
Yeah.
You know,
I assumed we couldn't
people
bring
like that.
people
Michael
back
Jackson. You know, that would be awesome to sit.
I assumed they meant living
without being a little creeped out.
Like people who are actually at home right now bored. It's not Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Probably. He's hanging out with Elvis.
I'm really not impressed with anybody. Like. That's now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small circle of people that I'm like impressed by.
That you'd be like fangirly.
Completely impressed by. And what's sad is that a lot of people that I have been like impressed by their characters, they turned out to be just horrible people.
Yeah.
You know, Jennifer Garner.
You used to like her, and
I
now
did
you're
until
like,
she, supported the wrong person. Can I just say it?
I can say what you want.
Okay. When she supported Kamala Harris, I was like, and done.
Oh. Yeah.
There's so many amazing, powerful women in the world that just blow that woman out of the water. I'm like, no.
Right.
No, sister girl.
That's who the first female president is going to be?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Yeah.
Okay.
But I just as a friend to talk to her, that'd be cool. Jennifer.
Oh. Michelle Obama.
Yes, I would actually like to sit with Michelle Obama. And people give me such flack for that.
People get mad at you for that.
Like, legit mad at me for that.
Because we live in Texas.
And I'm like, listen, it's not about Democrat or Republican. It's about what they do with who they are. Mm-hmm. And she's done a lot. She hasn't done anything evil. Yeah. She doesn't stand for anything evil. She stands for human rights and child education and physical wellness and literacy and like.
Yeah, like you gonna argue with that?
She's been faithful to her husband. She's raised 2 amazing children. Like
hasn't had anybody murdered that we know of.
I mean, she's probably coerced into stuff, but I mean, but still, it's like she's pretty badass.
Does it mean?
And I didn't vote for him.
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can not vote for somebody,
and
then also respect them.
Heck yeah.
I think, I don't know, you used to be able to do that.
I know, and have like an independent opinion about people.
Like a couple of decades ago, you could not vote for somebody, but still be respectful.
Mm-hmm. Josh Groban would be another one.
Oh, yeah. He's no Adele.
No.
And there you go.
Yeah.
There's our
That was a good competition.
Yay! See, I know some things sometimes.
Sometimes you do.
You know me so well. Well, you know.
You're pretty. You're like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. There's not a lot of depth.
I'm more like a lasagna. You're like, I can't put my finger on that last flavor. That's what I'm like. Yeah. And you're peanut butter and jelly.
There's a lot of ingredients in the things that you like.
Yes. And it changes all the time.
You used to like lasagna. I'm like, I don't like it anymore. Well, what do you like now? I don't know, stuff.
I like lasagna.
Stuff and things.
When have I not liked lasagna?
I don't know. You just said it changes all the time. Does it change all the time or does it not change all the time?
I like certain kinds of lasagna. Some I don't. I don't like it when it's too cheesy.
I'm like
Aiden like that. I don't like that like layer of like cheese.
No cheese, more better.
I don't like that.
On the cheese.
On the cheese. Like a ball of wax.
I like more cheese.
Okay.
And that's the final question. All right, shocking.
That was just an hour.
Yeah, that's supposed to be 30 minutes. Son of a biscuit.
Not happening.
All right, and those are all the questions for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in every week to watch us yammer on about James Hetfield and lasagna. But yeah, if you have a question for next week, please type it below. There was another question that I swore that I saw. And I went back to try to find it. I couldn't find it, so I don't know if it's hidden or they deleted it. But
yeah, it had to do with my glasses.
It had to do with your glasses. Somebody asked, like, sometimes you wear glasses, sometimes you don't. Yes. Are you farsighted, nearsighted? What are your things? I remember the question.
Yes,
but I could not find it anywhere. I'm like searching through all these comments.
Yeah.
But do you want to answer that? Or it's already been an hour.
So. Right. It might as well. We'll end it with this. I don't need my glasses in everyday reading. I can't see far away. What is that? Nearsighted? I'm
farsighted? Nearsighted. I don't know what the difference is.
I don't know the difference. I always forget. I think it's if you're nearsighted, you can see close, but you can't see far away.
Yeah.
And if you're farsighted, you can see far away, but you struggle with things so close.
Yeah, I don't know. Or it could be the opposite.
Because
sometimes things are the opposite. Like
I need them when
the opposite side of the road. When
I need them I need them when I drive, and I need them whenever, because I need to be able to see like street signs and stuff in the distance and at night.
But like to read.
But this I can read just fine. Yeah.
To read the questions, that are.
Yeah, I can read that.
What is that? 3 feet away from us.
Well, yeah.
4 foot away from us.
Your arm is a little bit
my arm is a little.
Yes. Like, I can read, like, I'm leaning in to grab this piece of paper, and I can read just fine up until there.
Yeah.
And even then, I'm like, which celebrity of any type would you? Yeah, I can read. I can read that just fine. But after that, moving it further back, it's like things are blurry a little bit further away. But my eyesight actually has improved since my last, not this recent one, but the one before that. From 2 exams ago, my eyesight has actually improved. So she was like, I'm looking at your thing and it looks like you're improving. I'm like, yeah, I can actually see this more. And I haven't had to wear my glasses at night as much as I used to. Because I have an astigmatism. But it's the opposite astigmatism. Where most people's eyes, they go from astigmatism, they're football-shaped eyes. Their eyes are football-shaped. Mm-hmm. And instead of going front to back football-shaped, mine are side to side football shape. Mm-hmm. So instead of it going like this, whenever you see astigmatism, the image goes like that for me and off to the side. So when you like lights at night, like especially headlights, they'll star out if you have astigmatism really bad. But mine will star out and double.
Yeah, so you need your glasses.
So it was like, are those two cars coming at me? There's a car trying to pass. So I need them so everything kind of draws back in and focuses.
Mine are so dirty or something.
Mine, and not only that, but because I didn't get, at the time, we couldn't afford to get scratch resistance.
Don't tell people we can't afford stuff.
We're a small mom and pop shop in America, in the South.
We're business owners. We're rich.
They know.
We're loaded. People think if you own a business, you're a bajillionaire.
Right. We're Bill
You own a
Gates.
business? Give us some money. Give me a guitar.
Come on, do it. Yeah. So I didn't get.
We did not get the scratch resistant. I don't think I did either.
And so even when the case, they are just like all boogered up, like little baby fingernails just went scratched them all up. So I have to go get better lenses.
Yeah, we should splurge next time and
We should. But it was like $100 more. It was crazy.
$100.
And our youngest needed glasses, and
we were getting glasses for 3 people at the last time.
Yes, we were.
New prescriptions for us and 1 for him.
3 exams, 2 new prescriptions, 3 new prescriptions, and
frames for him.
2 new frames.
He never wears
I got new
his,
frames.
but
He gets it. But yeah.
I wear mine sometimes. I have an astigmatism in this eye. Like, so stuff that's far away, like it's no good at all with this. Which is my dominant eye, which sucks. Like, so if I'm trying to shoot a gun, or if I'm trying to see something far away with one eye, it's difficult. So I need my glasses. I need my glasses for things that are far away with this eye. This eye is pretty good. It's
like you're like, you have something in it. It's pretty good.
It
doesn't look like it is. It is.
It used to be almost normal.
Yeah.
It's gotten a little not as good over the years. Mm-hmm. But like I can function. Like again, I can read that without my glasses on. Mm-hmm. It's better with my glasses on, or it used to be. What I've noticed, I don't know if it's just being almost 45, that like I'm starting to look at stuff like I'm trying to look at like I'm wiring, trying to do some wiring stuff on a pickup or on a guitar, or like resolder or thread something. I'm like,
Amy's like that. She has to take off her glasses and she's like,
I'm like, what the? And like real fine print. Like I can't read this. Let me get closer.
Like, I feel that so hard.
If you can't read it, you got to get closer to it. That makes more sense. And then I'm like, I can't. Oh crap! I got to hold it farther away to read it. Something. Well, most of the time, actually, just taking off my freaking glasses. I'm like, oh, okay.
I can see just fine. Mm-hmm.
So
we need better glasses.
You can't see my sweet baby blues as well.
I know. You've got the most unbelievable blue eyes.
Oh, did demonetized?
They're not going to.
Yeah,
no one's going to remember that song.
Yeah. So sometimes we wear them, sometimes we don't. I tend to wear mine like 90% of the time. Like almost all the time. Although lately they've been aggravating me. It's like when I'm out riding the bike or something, or walking or exercising.
When we're going for walks, I usually try to put my glasses on because
keeps the wind out of your eyes.
Yeah, it just keeps my eyes from having this like long trail of tears going down.
Trail of tears.
Trail of tears.
I don't remember who asked that question, but I did read it and I saw it. I'm like, hey, look, there's a question about why you wear your glasses sometimes you don't. What's
that?
That
was Walking Dead or
I don't remember who it was, but I was hunting for it, couldn't find it. So my apologies, but. All right, and that's the final question. If you have a question for next week, leave it below. Secret hashtag of the day is hashtag chili cook-off. Not long at all. Secret hashtag of the day, chili cook-off. Because, we want chili now. If you type that down below with your comment and your question and or by itself, we'll know that you're part of an elite group of people who watched this entire video from beginning to end in one or multiple sittings. Thank you for that. You know who you are, legend. Legend.
You
legend, you. Whatever you are. Alright, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
The music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next generation.
Yeah, we do.
Is there something after that?
Nah.
So excited. Something? I don't know. Alright. We gotta go.
Super duper excited.
So
tired. Woo!
Hashtag beans.